Just like that.
Don't worry, I'm getting into character.
You need to run push up. You can run up to the end and come back.
No, I think I'm fine. I don't have to do subtitles. I don't have to do subtitles. Yeah, you can start the timer. You can do the.
The audience is in English. I will comment. I apologize. We shall just be saying.
Hey, sure. Alright, so. Okay, let's go. Well, I don't know the time they'll be watching this, but I guess hello works. So, hello guys.
Hello, Rika.
It's good to be with you on this day. So, my name is Michael Ushindi. I'm a photographer by profession. I'm a video editor by profession as well. And I love bikes. Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, motorbike. I'm a rider. Oh, you too? Well done. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you a few things that I've learned lately. Some are still, I'm still learning as life is going on. But, so we are going to read from Mark chapter 34, Mark chapter 8, 34 to 36. And it says, "Then he called the crowd to him along with his disciples and said, 'Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me.' 35, for whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me and for the gospel will save it." 36 says, "What good is it for someone to gain the whole world and yet forfeit their soul?" This message, like I said earlier, lately it has been coming up. It has been coming up in my life in certain areas, which led me to. The title of the message today is "Why Gain the World and Lose Your Soul." The first. Not the first really, but I just have a random question. What drives your life? Is it money? Is it... You have something to say? Food? Oh, DK likes food. Okay. Money, fame, and other things, which I didn't mention. But the question of why gain the world and lose your soul is a profound question that challenges us to reconsider our priorities in life. While in the world, the things that are praised are never the things that are really important in life at the end of the day. Gain in the world means success, it means power, it means wealth, it means fame, it means status. And what we keep forgetting every time that we are in the world is that our soul is eternal. The things that we might look at right now and think that because you're famous, you're going to... because you're famous, you think you have reached. It's not true, because after this life, there is another life, which is a life that, we are going to be accounted for in how we lived the previous one. And so my message today really, I think, gives a contrast on of the gain in the world and gain in Christ. So everyone wants to succeed in life. We all do. I mean, we go to school for 6, I mean, no, not 6, 12, 15 maybe, some even 20. I mean, depending on depending on what what curriculum what curriculum you're using. For us in Congo, we go to school for, I mean, kindergarten is 3 years, primary school is 6 years, secondary school is 6 years, then university. Okay, it used to be 5 years now. We've adopted a system that cuts it down to 3 years. I think that's the one that is used here in Uganda. And when we go to school, we go because we want to be successful in life. We go because we want to be we want to do certain kind of jobs. We want to work in certain organizations and things like that. But at what cost do we really want to have those things in life? As someone who works in the visual industry, you see so many people, I mean, here, even in other countries, who for like they can be famous for like 15, 20, 30 years, but at the end of the day, you ask them what their life was about, and they almost cannot answer, because the awards they probably won, the Hollywood Hollywood star Walk of Fame, it means nothing. It means nothing when you're in front of God giving accountability for your life. No, it really does. It really means nothing. I think this week Denzel Washington was on a podcast, not a podcast, a show on ESPN. I think it's the First Take, and he was talking about he talked about that, but he talked about Denzel Washington is a Oscar-winning actor. I think he has 2, but those Oscars, when it's all said and done, they're not going to mean anything in the eyes of the Lord, because the things, and when you look at Denzel, you know, he has all the money, he has the fame, he's very famous, very famous. People even, like, when he says something, it's like almost like a god, because they're like, oh man, Denzel. So he's well respected. But we might be looking at his life and we admire, you know, the fame, the money, and all that. But we rarely ask what they did to get to that point. We rarely ask how they got there. There's an example that as I was just thinking of what I was going to share today. An example. I looked online and I saw there's someone. He's an artist. He's a musician. He admitted recently that all the things, you know, the things that he was pursuing, all the dreams and every other thing that he wanted to. You know, the thing of you want to make it big in life can sometimes come with so much pressure, so much unnecessary pressure, because you find yourself working very hard, tirelessly, and yet you might actually not even make it. It's very sad, but it's very true. You work your whole life, you dedicate time to your craft and, you know, all these other things that you want to do, and then not make it in life. But in the process of doing that, I highlighted a few dangers of pursuing that kind of success, or the pursuit of that kind of success can affect your life. The first one is if you're a family person, Not if you're a family person, everyone comes from a family. Everyone do. So, yeah. No one was just brought and put, you know, you didn't just show up. You came from a family. And one of the dangers of pursuing success just because you want to be successful is you might not be able to spend time with your family. I mean, this is if you're married, maybe your kids, maybe your spouse. If you are in a family, maybe your siblings. These are people that God put in your on your path to make sure that you succeed well. You know, that you do well in life. These are people that even want you to succeed. The second point is you can't serve God because you are always tired or you are always busy. In so many instances, I've seen people and encountered people who, because of the line of work that they are in, they cannot come to church. Because you ask them, so why didn't you come to church? They're like, hey man, you see, I got home at 3 a.m. I mean, that clearly shows that one, they're after money, they're chasing money. There's this meme that I saw the other day. I mean, it's very popular, of a cartoon that is chasing a bag of cash. It chases it until it reaches the end, you know, like the end of life. Like I mean, it dies. Cartoons don't really die, but that one, for some reason, it reached its end. And it's reached the end before it could even grab the money. What a life! So these are like this determines the choice of work that you do, because you know you don't have time and you are not serving God, or you might have the time, but then on Sunday it's like, man, I was tired yesterday, I can't come to church. Yeah. The third one is you don't sleep enough, which can lead to having. I knew I was going to say that, but no. It's like you don't sleep enough, which means that very soon you're going to start developing some kind of illnesses that might end your life soon. And yes, I'm speaking to myself here. But so just to maybe bring the point to a close, is there's so much more to live for in life. There's so much. There are many things that God wants us to do in life. So many lives that depend on us for those lives to be impacted. Some of the ones that I highlighted here are, of course, healthy relationships, like I mentioned earlier. You live a life of purpose and meaning. You have a sense of peace and inner freedom. You have a connection with God, because most of the times, and this I've experienced personally, is when you are tired, you rarely read the Bible. When you are tired, you rarely engage in anything really. Because I mean, you're tired, people should be understanding, or God should be understanding, you know. But, yeah, I mean, just the other day at Fearless, we learned that when you are tired, everything seems bigger, you know, from your perspective, you know. So the things that I mean, this really is to say we should live life without regretting. We should live life knowing that I mean, that verse that says, like the one that's, you know, God says, you did well, come into the house of the Lord. Exactly, that one. We should live our lives aiming for that, because at the end of the day, that is what is going to matter the most, is when God looks at us and say, you did well. Enter the house of the Lord. This is something that so many people struggle with, and sometimes it's because of lack of knowledge. We just don't know, or we think that's just how life is supposed to be, but it's not. We are not supposed to live life. You're not supposed to live life just so you can make enough money to pay for your rent. You are not supposed to live life just so you can put fuel in your car. I mean, those things are good. I mean, you have to sleep somewhere. You have to drive, you have to move around and things like that. But that's not the purpose of life. It's not to just do well so you can survive tomorrow, or so you can survive today. And I think that the verse that we read earlier encourages us and also pushes us to trust God, because when we want to save ourselves, that's when we lose ourselves. Because I mean, our ways are going to involve so many things that are going to physically put you in some box. But I think the ways of the Lord is to trust that God has your back, to trust that God is the one who provides for you, to trust that you can't do anything without God. And that is what I wanted to share with you today. God bless you. Thank you.